I like to highlight a climate website that provides seasonal outlooks. Seasonal outlooks are those that go beyond the weather forecast of about 2 weeks, and they go out to 1 month and even seasonal out to 3 months. And let's go into this website and take a look. It's www.cpc.ncep.noaa.gov. And this is a National Weather Service Climate Prediction Center, and it provides outlooks for both temperature and precipitation. Okay, so it does this in the short term, which is this part of the website, and then long term, which is 1 month and 3 months. And let's take a peek at the 6 to 10 day outlook for temperature. And you could either do it using the static maps or an interactive display. And we'll first look at the static maps. So we'll click on the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook first. And here's the map here. So basically it shows the temperature probabilities for the next 6 to 10 days. So it shows the probabilities of either below normal, which are the blues, or above normal, which are the reds. So if we look at, and they range from 33% probability to 100 in both the belows and aboves. So let's look at around Las Cruces. So if we look at the Las Cruces area, let me zoom in here so it's a little easier to see. And so Las Cruces is right in between the 60% probability and the 50% probability. So we can assume it's right around the middle. So about 55% probability that the temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days are going to be above normal, which means that, so remember, there's only 3 choices for the probabilities. It's either going to be below normal, above normal, or near normal. And normals are sort of, you can think of them as average temperature, and they chose the last 30 years, 1981 to 2010. So that's what we're comparing to. So if anytime we see the red area, it's going to be probability of above average temperatures. So here in our case, we're about 55% probability that the temperatures are going to be above average, which means that there's going to be a 33% chance of near normal, or about 22% chance of below normal. Remember, they have to add up to 100. So we look on the map for the 55%, and then we add on the above the near normal of 33%, and then we add those together and subtract from 100, and that leaves 22. So the most likely scenario in terms of probabilities and temperatures is going to be above normal. And that's going to be, remember I said, 55% chance of above normal temperatures. So that's how you interpret these maps. And these come out fairly regularly. And there's a map for temperatures, and there's a map for precipitation. So here's the precipitation map for the next 6 to 10 days. And you can see in Las Cruces, we're in the 40% probability of below average precipitation. So it's likely going to be drier than average. And there's also, so which means that there's a 40% chance of below average precip, a 33% chance of near normal, and a 27% chance of above average. So remember, there's only 3 choices, and they all have to add up to 100. And the most likely scenario is the one that's plotted on the map here. So as you can see, most of the Intermountain West going all the way through Texas is going to be likely at least a 40% chance of below average precipitation, except for most of Oregon, which looks like it's going to be chances for about 50% chance of probability for below average precipitation. So, and you can also, those are the static maps, and you can actually look at, there's an interactive map which shows, that does the math for you, that looks at the probabilities. So we can look at that same precipitation map. We clicked on right here in the precip, and we can zoom in on New Mexico and click on Las Cruces here. And in that little box, it shows that the probabilities of the chance of above normal precipitation is 25, chance of below normal is about 42, and chance of near normal is 33. So it gives you more accurate numbers, but essentially the same information. Which nice thing about the interactive display, it actually shows the for that point where you clicked, where that little symbol is, it shows the normal precipitation for that 6 to 10 day period, and it also shows the latitude, longitude, and a graphic of the pie chart of the probabilities, and it shows you the green is above normal precip, the brown is below, and then the white is near normal. So this is an alternative way of actually looking at, and you could actually type in like Las Cruces, New Mexico, and it'll center right on on Las Cruces. So you could do it this way, or you can just use the static maps. Whoops, too far. Like this, and you can interpret, your 6 to 10 days probability. Is it going to be above normal, below normal, and near normal? The same kind of maps are produced for a 1 month outlook. So here's the temperature outlook, and here's the 1 month precipitation outlook, and you can go through the 3 month temperatures and the 3 month precipitation outlook. So these are actually outlooks that go from September, October, November of 2014. So this particular map shows that there's at least a 40% probability that there will be above normal precipitation for most all of New Mexico during the September, October, November period. And that forecast was made on August 21st. So these seasonal long-term maps, the 1 month and 3 month, come out once a month, and they'll be posted to this website. So this is one way to get a sneak peek at the temperatures and precipitation for the next few months, and also the next couple weeks. So it'll help you decide on whether there's going to be extra cold periods. Especially, it's important going toward the fall and spring when we're right about the edge of planting or harvesting time. So this can be consulted to see if there's going to be a cold snap. So there's a chance this could give you a clue on those. So remember, this is the Climate Prediction Center. It's www.cpc.ncep.noaa.gov.